So we are in January, which means we are in new hiring season. In new hiring season, many of us would be wanting to change our job, and for that we will be going for some of the interviews. Well, other day one of my friend called and told me very surprising thing happened for him. His technical interviews were very good, and in the final round of the interview, where he was talking to the vice president of the company, he got rejected. He was very frustrated and he was telling me he was expecting that offer and he had planned things according to that, but unfortunately the offer did not come. I am sure with many of us, including me guys, to be honest, this has happened. All the rounds of the interviews are decent, are good, but at the moment we reach the final round, something happens and the offer letter does not come. Why that happens? What is the reason for that? Is there a different way we should look at the final round of the interview? We will understand all these things in this video. Welcome to Unfold Data Science. My name is Aman and I am a data scientist. In this video, I am going to take my experience and also experience of talking with multiple friends and over the internet the information I have gathered, and I am going to share with you 5 areas in which you should look your job interview in a different way. And I am also going to give you a bonus tip in the end which will be very useful for you. So just ensure you watch this video till end, guys. So guys, first of all, when we talk of the last round of the interview, right, my assumption here is your last round will be generally with vice president or director, or maybe your hiring manager, or maybe less likely but maybe with the HR person. Okay, now the way we think about the final round is very different than how the recruiter looks at it. Okay, so the way we think of the final round is we are 99% done with the interview, and in this last round that final stamp has to come. That is how we look at the interview. But the difference is recruiter looks from a different point of view. Recruiter wants to ensure that they are taking the right candidate. Now, how do you prove that you are the right candidate? First thing, guys, first thing that we should understand is it is very important for the recruiter or for the organization that the person they are going to recruit fit in their culture, fit in their values, fit in their system. So that is one area where we should work. Now what is the meaning of this, guys? You have to do a thorough research of what that organization does if you have not done till the last round, right? What that organization does, what are its different work areas, and very important, guys, what are the values of the organization. I am telling you, there is a huge possibility that somebody very senior will talk to you in the last round. And when somebody very senior talks to you, right, you have to ensure that you understand values, culture of that organization. Very simple to do. Go to the website of the organization. I am going to attend ABC organization. I will go to their website, see their vision, see their values, see their core business areas, and I will do my research so that I can, align myself on those systems for that interview round, or at least I can prove that I will be a suitable candidate with these values. Okay. Second thing I want to put here is don't go with a prepared script or few questions in your mind thinking that these will be the questions coming to me. So for example, when there is a discussion of last round, right, we think that it may be what is your salary expectation, or explain one of your project, or what is your hobby, what are the interesting things you have done in life. We think these will be the questions coming to us. It may be totally different, guys. Okay, let me tell you, it depends on to whom you are talking. Okay, if you ask me, right, I have been in the interviews where last round I am talking about, where 10% of the time I was talking and 90% of the time next person was talking, which means interviewer. and just flip this. 90% of the time I am talking and 10% of the time next person is talking. Both kinds of final rounds of interview I have attended. Please try to understand one thing very clearly, guys. There are people who will talk more. I am talking about very senior people, okay, who wants to talk more, and there are people who want to listen more. If in your interview you meet with first type of people or you meet with second type of people, you have to align your process or your answers according to that. One example I'll give you. Suppose I go for a final round of interview and the person next to me starts talking about what the company does, what the project is about, what technologies they are using, what is the future, what they are thinking, how they will grow this. So what I have to do is I have to listen and I have to ask the questions so that he or she feels I am genuinely interested in listening to that or knowing more about that. On the other hand, there can be an interview where person just throws a question and asks for me to respond properly. For example, how do you think you are useful for the organization? This is one line question. And then he or she is waiting for me to answer it in the most effective way. So you cannot treat both the person in the same way, right? In one interview you can be judged on how good listener you are. In other interview you can be judged on how good explainer you are. And that is why I am saying don't go with the pre-assumed set of questions or script in your mind. Third thing I want to point out here, guys, don't take your last round of interview very lightly. Okay, what I mean by very lightly is you are not dressed properly, you are not prepared properly, you are not everything that I say about online interviews, right? Light and backgrounds and sounds, all those things you are not taking care. It should not be like you are taking it very lightly. You have to take it very seriously, guys, because that is the make or break for you. Okay, don't take it lightly. Next thing I want to talk about here is somehow, please listen to this very carefully, somehow you have to show a genuine interest of working in that company. For example, if I am a vice president of an organization, right, I care about people who are joining us should be knowing our culture, should be knowing our ecosystem, should be knowing how we work, should be knowing what are the different areas we work, and also their goal and our goal should be aligned together. That is how senior people will look at things, right? For example, if your goal is not met in that organization, will you stay longer in that organization? No. So you have to ensure that you have to say something which shows that your goal is in alignment with their goals, and hence you will stay in that organization for longer period of time. So a genuine interest of how you can help them, and in helping them you will also grow, and hence you will stay with that organization for longer period of time. There has to be a genuinity. Don't keep it a very scripted, very prepared answer. Okay, it can change on company to company, and you can prepare it for yourself. How you will show that genuine interest, not the artificial interest, the genuine interest that yes, I want to work with you, these are my goals, these are our goals, this is how these are coming together, and hence it will be good for both of us. Okay, fifth point is do not forget to write a thank you email after the interview is over. Remember, guys, very senior people have very limited time. Okay, and if they have given some time to you, half an hour or 15 minutes also, you must write a thank you mail after the interview is over. Thanks for the time, and if there is anything I need to share or I need to send, please let me know. I want to thank you again. Have a nice day ahead. Okay, so what all we have covered till now, guys? You will do a thorough research about the company, what it does, what is the work culture, what is the ecosystem values. Second, you will not go with the pre-assumed script in the mind. You will be flexible enough to shift your interview in whichever way the person is talking. Third thing, what we spoke about, you will always take it seriously, you will not take it lightly. Fourth, you will show a genuine interest. Fifth, never forget to write a thank you email. Now comes the time for a bonus tip, guys. Nowadays all the interviews are happening online, right? Previously it used to happen offline. So before we enter in the meeting room, we don't know to whom are we going to talk. But now everything is online. There will be an invitation with that person and you in the Zoom link or Teams link or whatever it is, right? For example, you see you are having interview with Aman Kumar. Okay, you go to LinkedIn, find Aman Kumar, see what Aman Kumar has done. So Aman Kumar education this college, Aman Kumar's master's degree this college, Aman Kumar's previous experience this. Okay, Aman Kumar is interesting in releasing some YouTube videos. Let me go ahead and see some of the videos, and then you go and watch one or two of my videos. Okay, and you keep that towards the end. When the other person tells you, is there anything you will like to ask me? So towards the end of the interview, you will have a chance to ask something, right? Then and there you can utilize this knowledge. For example, if you are talking to me, you can say that, hey Aman, I went through some of your YouTube videos. It was really good. So I really appreciate, apart from your job, you are doing all these things, taking time out to, sharing your knowledge. So I really appreciate. Somebody is writing some paper on IEEE. You can appreciate that. In somebody's LinkedIn profile, you saw some GitHub link where he or she shares the codes. You can appreciate that. Somebody is writing some good articles. You can appreciate that. Somebody is contributing too much in Kaggle. You can appreciate that. Find a point to appreciate the person on the other side of the table. Appreciation everyone likes, right? So, and it's a genuine appreciation. It's not something you are faking. So it's a genuine appreciation. You like it. You are just saying it's good. And in the end, when you are having the chance to ask questions, you will use appreciation, and you will again keep in mind that how I can genuinely show the interest and how I can genuinely take this to a conclusion in a very, very good way. Okay. So what you have to do, guys, with whom you are going to attend the interview or who is going to take your interview, know about that person, prepare one or two genuine appreciation and questions, and use that when you are given a chance. So I'm sure you like this video, guys. Let me know about comments which point you like most, which point you think you were not knowing till now, and which point you think will be useful for you going forward. So let me know all these things in comments, guys. Any suggestions if you have, write that in comments so that people can see it. I will see you all in the next video, guys. Wherever you are, stay safe and take care.